Yes, sir. We're officially back at it. This is Book Nice 10, about to bring you a review of the Smash Attack Doombot. Let's do it.
Man, I used to play the trap spot, propped on the block like I was part of the backdrop. Now it's scale, props, effects, and backdrops. The right lighting, you never catch me biting. Say you make it look so real when you pose the figures fighting. I caught lightning, stuck it in the detour. Replicate epic scenes from the Cree War. Compose pieces with artists that span the globe. Fearsome foes, Spidey in the picture perfect pose. Insert the comic book cut out to shoot a show. Oh, you ain't know? Yo, everybody know me. I made nerds cool nerd like my man Zoe. Took the everyday display, gave it a spark. Welcome to articulated comic book art.
That's crispy.
So before we look at the figure, looking at the back of the packaging real quick, this was a Toy Biz release. Good old Toy Biz. This was released way back in 2005 with the Fantastic Four movie line. This is actually the series that was supposed to produce that Flying Annihilus figure too, which I really wish they would have done. So they did produce some comic series figures throughout the line, and they also had two really rare figures: the Flying Annihilus and the Johnny Storm with the bike. Came from this Fantastic Four movie series. But enough about that. So originally the figure had two gimmicks. There's a light up feature on the back here that's supposed to work by this button, and there was another feature on here. Mine has been modded and been cleaned up a bit to make the figure even more excellent. I mean, the original figure is still pretty good, but I had a problem with the gimmick. So one gimmick was to make the arms smash down, hence the Smash Attack Doombot, and the other one was this button here to make the eyes light up. My eyes won't light up right now because the batteries are not in there, and when I had it modded and cleaned up, the old batteries had to be removed because they had melted inside of there, and so I can change them when I'm ready. So big thanks to my man Billy Mahoney for cleaning this up. But nonetheless, the figure is still pretty awesome. The thing about the first gimmick though was that it made it hard to make them stand up straight. Part of the gimmick is that when you pressed it, the arm would chop down, but then the body would move down like this too. It was hard to get them in an upright standing position without it actually being modded. Now that was mine. I'm not sure if it's been like that on all of the figures because I only have this one and then I have another one in package. And I don't really know too many people that have this figure. I probably know maybe like 5 or 6 people in the A.C.B.A group that have the figure. He is 6-inch scale, but he is massive. He is a pretty large figure. The Doombots are mechanical minions of Dr. Doom, and they have appeared in many different forms in the comic books. And this one is actually pretty comic accurate as well. They have appeared in this form as recent as what was that storyline? Doom War. That was it. So a version that looked very similar to this appeared in Doom War, and even after that in the Fall of Hulk storyline, I believe. So really good figure. It's great for having an imposing sort of minion to stand behind Dr. Doom. The only other Doombots that we have are the ones that were released in the Marvel Legends series, and they were pretty much the same exact figure, from series from early on in the series. With it's just that when you remove the faceplate on that one, that you could actually see a robot face rather than Dr. Doom's scarred face or his good face or what have you. So yeah, the articulation. The head does rotate all the way around. It could do a full 360. Originally this was original articulation, like you could move it like that, but you couldn't really get it to stay up. It also it does turn a bit at the waist here, very slightly. Then it's on a ball joint here at the shoulder. However, it does not move up too much, or outward rather. It can spin all the way around. It does have a little upper bicep swivel. It does have a single jointed elbow there. It will actually swivel here. I guess you could say at the forearm, plus the hand can move on a hinge, and it can rotate, and the fingers have articulation. So all of that on the arm. On the leg, you get a ball joint at the pelvis. You get an upper thigh swivel. You get pretty much, which is like a double jointed, but it can move backward and it can move forward. And it'll rotate right above the joint right here, and it'll rotate below the joint. And then you get these like robot toes that move individually. Plus this part moves as well. So that's on both legs there. A lot of articulation for a figure for this size. There he is alongside the Hasbro Doom, so you can see that looks good together. He looks good with the Toy Biz Doom too, which I don't just have handy right at the moment. So they actually did have a couple of pictures that I already had took before this review. So you did see one picture there of the Toy Biz Dr. Doom alongside the Doombot here. So aside from the few problems with the mechanics of the figure and the gimmicks, I think the figure is still really good. It's worth a search. You probably end up paying anywhere from $60 to $80 for it right now, maybe even $100. It is kind of hard to find. But if you could find it for about 40 or 50 bucks, I would say go ahead and grab it. I will say that I like the figure a lot more after having the gimmick removed. One thing that I forgot to mention was that the gimmick that actually made it do the smash attack, there was a little knob on the back. So that, you know, obviously that's not really appealing when you're trying to do your setups and stuff like that. So having that removed and having the joints tightened up and having it where he can actually stand upright makes the figure that much better. Now, again, the original Toy Biz release of it, you're not going to have all of that. So you got to take that into consideration. If you're going to spend 60 or 80 bucks and then you still got to mod it and fix it up, then, you know, that could cost you even a little bit more money. But it is what it is. So thanks again to Billy Mahoney, and don't forget to check out Big Bad Toy Store for all of your collectible needs. The link is in the description in the underbar, and I'll talk to you soon. Peace.